What's going on, guys? Today I'll be showing you guys how to remove the rearview mirror button off a windshield. The best way to remove it, guys, in my opinion. Also, quick things to note, what you're gonna need, the things you're gonna need. I am gonna say you will need a propane torch. Is honestly the best flame you could do. You could also use a lighter, but a lighter will take longer and it will just not be as good. Also, I like to always carry myself a little bit of a bottle of water to be able to pour on it once we get this off, as well as having a spatula, guys. Something just spatula just to kind of like pry it off once we're done. Again, this is on there very well. Guys, when you are doing windshields, sometimes we do encounter having different rearview mirror buttons. For example, on the Honda Odyssey minivans, it's very common to sometimes have the wrong rearview mirror button. Very easy to fix. Just switch the buttons around, melt it off the new one, and then melt it off the old one and swap them around. If you are going to do this, guys, please make sure you do remove the new button on the new windshield before you cut off the old one. You do not want to do it while it's inside the vehicle, or you run a higher risk of either burning the headliner or cracking the glass because you overheated it. Again, the best thing you can do is take the button off while the glass is out and everything, okay? So first things first, we're going to turn on our little blowtorch and show you guys just how to start it. What you want to do is do a little low flame. Lower the flame down to just a little bit, guys. And then you want to just literally make contact with the button. Lower it down a little bit more. You want to lower it down for a few seconds, not too long, not too long. Again, if you're not unsure, just keep it for a few seconds, guys. And once you get it, all right, we're gonna have to add more heat to it. There's a time frame you can leave it too. We're gonna do it from the outside again. Lower the flame to just a little bit. You want to make direct contact with the button and nothing else, guys. Do not make contact with the glass. I say about 5-10 seconds is what I would recommend. Nope, still nothing. There we go. And we did get the button off, if we can find it. Again, the button's very hot, guys, so with your bottle of water, pour some water on it, and you should honestly just let it kind of sit there while it gets nice and it cools down for a little bit. As you can tell, that has, make sure your gas is off as well. All the adhesive portion stays on the glass. A portion can also get on the rearview mirror button, but typically sometimes it'll come up. On this occasion, this one actually kept a good little bit. So with a little knife, just go back and kind of clean that off. A little utility knife, and you should honestly be okay. If this for some reason does not want to clean up properly, while you have it on the ground, go ahead and kind of like heat it up while it's on the ground, where it's going to make contact with the glass to get that extra adhesive off of it. You do want to make sure you do get a good nice little adhesive. Again, now we're going to show you guys just how long you have to hold it to crack the glass. So we're going to kind of just see how long it takes for the glass to pop itself. Just a little, kind of like a little experiment here. Again, you want a low flame. And there you go. So as you can tell, guys, it takes a good little bit to get the glass to pop because of removing the rearview mirror with the torch. I say that took about maybe about 15 seconds. Took a lot longer than the amount of heat we applied to the button. And again, since we're applying the heat to the button's gonna get hot to the where the adhesive is, then it's gonna either fall off. Again, you want to use your spatula. You don't want to overheat the button because the button can get hot and it will pop the glass. As you can tell, the glass is literally just falling apart. Be very careful doing that, guys. You do not want to overheat the glass because you can ruin the lamination in between it. So that's the last thing you honestly want to do. So now we're going to show you guys how you can put this button back on and with the best way as well. All right, guys, now make sure you actually get a nice clean on the button. Please do make sure you heat up the button. Just for a little bit. Get that adhesive nice and loose. As you can tell, it's a lot easier to clean off. Please do wear gloves when doing this, guys. I'm not wearing gloves on the one with the knife because I do not want to risk cutting myself. But as you guys can tell, There it is. You're cleaning off all the excessive glue. Makes it a lot easier when the button's heated. The rearview mirror button is heated. There we go. You want to make sure you get as much of that off as possible. All right, now you want to just throw the button back in the water so it gets nice and cool in case it got hot. A little puddle of water. Again, we are going to clean this. This is the way I do things, guys. You don't have to do it exactly the same way. Again, propane torch, I've had this for about 2 years now. I hardly use it, but when I do use it, it does come in very good handy. It does come in handy very well, just to get those rear mirror buttons off. As you can see, it didn't take too long to melt that button off, and it did not take, and it took a very long time for us to actually damage the glass. So do not be afraid of adding, just make sure you're adding direct heat to the button itself, a low little flame for about 5 seconds, 5-6 seconds, I would say, just a guesstimate. And do make sure you have your spatula just so you can kind of pry it downward, okay? All right, guys, as you can see, we actually ordered a windshield from Pilkington, and when they sent us over the windshield, it did not have a rearview mirror button on it. So we're gonna actually glue one on this one to show you guys just the right procedure. Now the kit we're gonna use, honestly, the best kit you could use is a equalizer Klingon. This is a very good rearview mirror kit to glue on the rearview mirror buttons. Works very well as long as you do prime and follow the instructions. This does a great job, guys. I do highly recommend this one for those who are having trouble. A kit will typically last you about a year. You don't go through many rearview mirror buttons, but it's just something to always have to keep in handy. So now before we get started, we are going to clean this little excess rearview mirror dirt. Again, you want to make sure you have it as clean as possible right there, guys, that you are cleaning it so it's not, you get all that old glue off of it. We are gonna grab a glass cleaner spray. Some napkins. Again, you want it very clean, guys, when you put on the rearview mirror button, or you're gonna have your customer call you back that the rearview mirror fell for some weird reason. Luckily, a lot of new glasses come with the new rearview mirror button already on it. As you can tell, it's nice and dry. Same thing as rearview mirror button. Make sure you get a little bit clean with it. Now we're gonna take our gloves, our cut-proof gloves off. Add the primer. Now for the primer, very important. You don't have to shake it. I just like to shake it to make sure I have some in there. We're gonna add primer to the whole black ceramic part of it, ceramic frit band of it. A nice little layer of it. Same thing on the button. Now this typically, the narrow end will be on the outside. Actually on the touching the windshield, sorry. The narrow part will be making contact with the glass, while the wider part will be on the outside. See, that's where the screw is actually gonna tighten itself right there. So you're gonna wanna prime this part as well. Get a nice little prime. The priming part is the most important part of it all. You need to make sure it's primed and it's clean. Make sure you screw the cap back on this. Oh, try not to touch it like I just did. That was a big mistake. Okay, we barely made contact with it. Now shake the bottle. Now what we typically want to do is just add enough to where it will make contact with it. Now grab it. Now what you're gonna want to do is just stick the button straight and try to align it to the best you possibly can. Now you just want to hold it there for a few seconds, for a few minutes, I mean. Just wait for a little bit. Apply a little bit of pressure, not too much pressure either. You're just kind of holding it against the glass. It's gonna want to slide. As you guys can see, it's sticking pretty well. We should be already stuck on there. Again, the kits that sold at all the parts aren't bad kits, but as long as you follow the instructions fully and make sure you do have a clean surfaces, using rubbing alcohol does help get a nice clean surface and good glass cleaner with a little utility knife. All right, and as you can tell, we are pretty much good to go. The Klingon's very quick, guys. To be safe, you want to wait just 5 minutes, go do something else. But for me, this Klingon's already ready to go. As you can tell, I'm kind of prying it on there. I'm pushing it down and it's not falling off, guys. So all right guys, that's how you put on the rearview mirror buttons on new glasses and how you take them off an old glass. Again, don't be too afraid when it comes to using the a heat substance, a little blowtorch, and just make sure you guys keep a nice low flame. Make sure you guys keep a nice little low flame when adding the heat, and you should have no troubles with rearview mirror buttons whatsoever or damaging the glass and the laminations. Again, do not add too much heat or you will ruin the lamination on the buttons. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like and